What's up, guys? Servando Ramos back for the third episode. As I promised, I know a lot of y'all were asking about doing a full walkthrough. I'm gonna do it as best as possible. Hopefully no interruptions. Again, guys, I'm not a professional car builder at all. A lot of terminology I'm not up to date with the terminology or old school terminology, so my apologies if I say something that's incorrect. This is a 1970 Mach 1 Ford Mustang 351 original engine that came with the car, but unfortunately I don't have the original engine in it now, nor will I. Don't think I can find it. The guy I bought it from said he put a 1994 351 in it from a truck. So that's going to be a whole other video, trying to get this thing running smoothly. It does start, it does run. I'm getting a little bit of smoke out of the pipes. Hopefully it's nothing major. But let's do a little walkthrough around this car, just to kind of see what things we're getting into, which is going to be probably about 1,000 things that this thing needs. So of course the body is one thing. I know these panels here can be replaced. Has some pretty good damage here. I don't think this is worth salvaging or bondoing. Once I take the part off, I can see if it can be straightened. If it's an original part, I don't know, guys. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Can this part, is it worth salvaging this part? I'll tell you one thing. I'm not planning to do a frame off restoration on this thing. I mean, I don't have $30,000 laying around to do it. I'm on a family budget, what you call, so I have to do things little by little. Of course, if I get some wonderful sponsors to, donate some parts or some time or trade some work, things can happen a little bit quicker, but none of that's promised. So kind of just looking at the car, let's start at one end and we'll kind of work our way around. Sorry if I'm all over the place. I really don't know what I'm doing, but right away, let me know if you think these panels, if I should buy them new, reproduced, or try to repair this with a good body man that could maybe do that. The bumpers also, would you re-chrome these bumpers? I like that Ford tab that it has there. It has it on both sides. I believe this is the original bumper, but it has been smashed on the side. Would you try to repair it and re-chrome it, keep it original, or just replace it? Like I said, I don't plan this car to be no Barrett Jackson auction car. This is gonna just be a family fun car. So if I'm not trying to, keep the absolute value of the car, what do you think? Would you take the time to chrome it, repair the bumper, and keep it original, or just go ahead and replace it, chunk it and replace it? Let's take a look down here. That bottom panel looks like it has a couple bends in it. That may be repairable, maybe not. I'd have to take it off. Gas tank has been changed before. Kind of looking under the car here. I have no idea what kind of rear end that is, whether it's a Ford rear end. I know that's a big deal with cars. If you know what kind of rear end that is, or you can guess, feel free to comment in the section below. Let me know what you think, if that's original or has been replaced. So let's continue on to the body. I am noticing in some parts of the body some reddish stuff behind the repaint, because this car has been repainted. I believe the original color in the paperwork was kind of like a golden brown color, kind of ugly color, but maybe, you know, not at the time. But now I'm noticing some of this red. So I don't know if this is Bondo that's under this paint, and this whole panel was maybe Bondoed or fixed at one time, or it's just, you know, a primer. Let me know what you think. Again, any comments y'all can comment would help, greatly help. Some damage on this side. You can kind of tell that this is dented in right here, so that may be repairable. Kind of look at the body lines. Again, there's a little bit more of that red, either Bondo or primer. I have no idea. I guess it'd be a matter of taking a look. Inside the trunk, there's a gasoline tank that's been replaced. I took everything I could out of the trunk just to kind of get a clear view. I know there's not a lot of light in here, but here's the trunk. Kind of get a full view of the rear. What does that look like, guys? We can work with it. What'd you think about these lights? Should just go ahead and chunk them, replace them, or try to keep them? I don't even know how I could restore those or re-chrome them. I'm sure somebody can do it, but is it worth keeping them, or would you chunk them and just replace them with a factory remake? The honeycombs look pretty good. That could be cleaned up and repainted. Gas tank cap, that'd be pretty cool to salvage. I wouldn't mind leaving that on there. Back windshield looks pretty good. I did notice some scratches on it. I'm not sure if those scratches can be buffed out. Let me know. This is an original windshield, original trim. All the windows on the car are original. So I did take a lot of the interior out, except for the driver's side panel. Took the rear quarter inner panels out and the top. Surprisingly, the the head. Surprisingly, the top looks pretty good under here. This vinyl head, but probably end up being changed out depending on the color. I do the interior. I would like to keep all the wood grain. Even if I change the doors, I like to keep the wood grain on the doors. Yeah, because they're in good shape. They're not cracked or anything. They just need to be cleaned up. That console, I don't know if it could be painted and salvaged. Maybe. We'll have to check it out. Got some rust up here. See what y'all think about that. Some rust up here in the front, but there's no holes going through. One small crack in the windshield. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Seems to be an original windshield, so maybe I have it cleaned up, buffed out. I don't know if this can be repaired or make it disappear a little bit. Is it worth keeping the windshield, or would you replace it? Can these scratch lines be buffed out of it? A lot of questions with this car. I did find the antenna in the trunk. I popped it on to see if I can get some AM radio, but the radio's not shooting out a signal. Bottom panels right here, the old Mach 1s. They're in good condition. They're a little dirty still, but I think those could be saved and repainted, cleaned up. If you were painting the car, would you save these moldings or buy new ones? I guess depending on the budget. Wheels, those mags, I actually bought some mag cleaner just to clean them up a little bit, but I don't plan to keep them. I do plan to put some different rims and stuff. Moving over to the front. This Passenger side panel, front panel, has a lot of rust, but a lot of it looks like surface rust. Doesn't look too bad. Panel's not too damaged. These corner panels, I think they could be cleaned up. Just to give you an idea how easy this paint's chipping off. That can be sanded down, cleaned up. If you have any ideas about what you're looking at, you know, shoot me a comment. That bottom air dam or air spoiler, that is aftermarket. That is a newer reproduction. I'll end up taking that off before everything gets fixed and painted again. Probably order that bottom piece. I took that license plate holder off. That was really ugly. Just some damage to this bumper. I don't know if that could be fixed or it's worth fixing or just buy another one. I don't think they're over $200. And sport lights still work. Also, that's awesome. Both of them work. I think the sport lights are pretty clean. Maybe they can be cleaned up. The lenses. The grill doesn't look too bad. I don't know if it's missing. Is it supposed to have a emblem there in the front? A pony or a horse or Mach1 logo? I'm not sure. I need to check out some old pictures for reference. This is a driver's side front fender. Just a lot of surface rust. There's no major holes or nothing like that. Seems pretty solid. Keep on going over to this side. Again, all the windows are intact. Door opens and closes fine. Sure, that could be aligned a little bit better, maybe. Door panels. What would y'all do? Would y'all get these door panels redone, or just go ahead and salvage these pieces off of them, get the new back panels? Guess depending on the budget. Not sure. Comment, let me know what you think. Steering wheel. This is the original steering wheel. It's had its days already. It's falling apart. Could put some screws just to hold it in place, but probably end up finding something similar or maybe a little bit smaller and more sporty. I would love to have a tilt steering column. I definitely would love that. Us husky guys, or you know, I like to say muscular, but got the dad bod now, so more of a husky. You know, we're trying to get into these cars. Sometimes it's a tight fit. That seat's pretty far up there. So I'd like to get a smaller steering wheel and a tilt. That'd be nice. It'll be a little bit more comfortable getting in. Back seat's pretty cool. It's a fold down, but you know, that leather's pretty dry rotted and gone. Somebody went ahead and put some 6x9s back there. I have to check those out and keep going around. What y'all think, guys? Pretty good little project here. A lot of work to do. One of my favorite things on this vehicle, and I'll see if I can start it up real quick. It does start up, like I said. Hopefully it starts up while I'm talking to y'all. So with the dash lights come on, only the two middle ones come on. But look on the hood. You got the blinkers that blink left and right, which is awesome. So the cowl hood really doesn't do anything for air. I can imagine you could be able to cut out a hole and get some air in there if you wanted to do like a ram air or something like that. But as it is right now, it's pretty much just for show and for blinkers. Somebody stabbed this dash, but the dash is probably going to go because it's pretty bad. Headliner's not bad, like we said earlier. And y'all can hear the engine a little bit. All right, guys, one last thing before we go. I thought something was really cool is this little right there. It's a sports lamp. So actually switch it on and the actual sport lamps still work. Pretty awesome. And the fog lights actually work too. Only one's working right now. The other one was working the other day. So there you go. Let me know what you think, guys. You have any ideas, any comments, any stories you want to share? Talk to y'all soon.